We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Green 18. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see.
On play action, Rodgers. Forced, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Third down.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Watch the screen. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7. Yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Check. 180. Check. 53's Mike. And let's pin the mirror.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. A big run that time by Elliott, 61 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Elliott. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 22 on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and your win column will result.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 28-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. And incomplete.
Mayfield's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Lorenzo Alexander in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Nixon will try the right side. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Airing one out. That's caught inside the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the play, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Redskins. First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
24 is the mic. They want this. 24. Hey, box drop. You ain't got nothing. 24 is the mic. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. I got it.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield being chased out left. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. And now it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Again, it's Elliott. Uses the stiff arm. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Davis now to return it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Exit.
Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Boyd. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
31's the mic.
On first down, Rodgers. Airing one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On the carry.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Hey, come on, O. Come on, O.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And it's
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going up top. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Looking for Shepard deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Redskins 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Arlington, it's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
Don't say nothing. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Back to throw. Elliott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
A gain of 17 yards.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
The 46-yard line.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Lorenzo Alexander with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now Joe Mixon
At the 28-yard line.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's get it.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
47
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Okay, Betty, I see you.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
In your face.
49, check 49, check 49. Pistol.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Redskins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Elliott. He'll buy some time right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Deron Payne in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. I got you. Check 26. Check. Crunch.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
By Bradley Chubb. The tackle made back at midfield.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
180. Check 53. Hey, tight.
They go to Elliott again.
Go. It's run. Hey, run it.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Green 18. 51. Get ready.
What can Rodgers do now with his drive? Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jalen Ferguson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike, 47. It's a party now.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here I come.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Washington, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7.